Top of the morning to ya! And don't worry, Nerd Vengers. I'm on my mother flipping way. Woo! Yeah! What's up, everybody? Welcome to your stream. I'm on my way to Nerd Ventures Towers. I'll be there soon. Don't you worry. Hold on to your butts. Oh, we got to talk about She-Hulk. What do we love? What do we hate? Did we think it was excellent? Did we think it was garbage? We're going to share our thoughts. I'm going to give my thoughts, live breakdown, some of the stuff that I thought was really, really cool in the episode, some of the things that didn't work for me in the episode, and we're going to share our feelings, okay? We're going to breathe, relax our shoulders, and hold in our farts as we venture into this spoiler-filled chat about She-Hulk, the latest MCU Disney Plus show. I hope you're having a good day. I hope that you're doing well. And I hope that you shut your mouth. I'm pulling into the tower. I'll see you in a second. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, we don't have enough likes going on, okay? I made a deal with the contractor here at Nerd Ventures Tower that if we don't get up to like 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 million likes, then I don't have to stream. It's all good. It's all good. We can make this a real quick one. I'll get right in that suit, and I'll turn right around. It's your call. It's your move. Nerd Ventures, it's your move. That's right, get those likes up. Also, just curious, how many of you guys saw the typo on the thumbnail, the first version of the thumbnail today? How many people saw the brain work? How many people saw the typo? Paul from Heavy Spoilers hit me up, and he was like, dude. And I was like, no, dude, like, I'm inventing a new word. It's the breakdown. Okay, you guys do breakdowns. I was like, Paul, you're very successful at your breakdowns. You're very good at your breakdowns. We're trying something different. We're trying a breakdown. So get ready for your breakdown here at Nerd Ventures Tower. Yeah, it's going to get weird. It's going to get weird today. Lack of sleep, just, baby life and also watch party life. And so, yeah, we're lacking on some sleep. But, look, let's get into it. Let's do the business when it comes to She-Hulk, okay? I've got a lot of thoughts about it. I've seen it twice at this point. Didn't really like it. I'm going to be honest, didn't really like it. I want to know what you guys think, okay? So let's start there. Should we go to Pole Town? Should you guys give me a score out of 10? Yeah, let's do that. Give me your score out of 10. Give me your score out of 10. What's the score out of 10, huh? How about that? Give me the score, and we'll also do the polls. Why not both? Why not both? Okay, so I see a pretty good spread here. Cool. Some people really like it. Some people not so much. But I feel like 6, 7, 8 is pretty much what we're looking at, okay? So let me get a poll going on so we get a pretty good look here. How did you like She-Hulk episode 1? And we'll do loved it, liked it, meh, and hated it. Let's see what you think. Let's see what you guys think. Definitely want to know. It's pretty interesting. Like, I think this is going to be a good discussion. I'm hoping that it doesn't just dissolve into people yelling at each other like it's a political tweet. Like, that's not really what we're here to do. I understand that people feel differently about these different things, but and while that is an aspect of it, I mostly want to talk about like the actual show. And when I talk about certain aspects of it and certain scenes and themes and whether or not a certain thing is heavy-handed or not, what I'm really just saying is, like, for me personally, like, how well is that sort of a thing balanced? I don't know, man. We'll get into it. I'm sure it'll be contentious, but we're gonna try to keep it pretty chill. Last night, I feel like people were getting butthurt a little bit about it, about my comments about it, and things of that nature. But you know what? That's par for the course. And so we're going to get into it. My overall thought on She-Hulk episode 1 was basically like I saw where a lot of people were coming from. Okay. Now, if you go out and look at the reviews for She-Hulk right now, they're overwhelmingly positive, but there's this weird thing where they're also drawing from 4 episodes. Okay. And I think this is probably my main area of frustration with the show, is the fact that you're seeing so much positivity out there for the show from people that have seen 4 episodes. And a lot of those people are indicating that it sort of builds, that it starts slow and builds, okay? So that's a little bit frustrating because it's like we're living in this weird world where I feel like the advertising for She-Hulk and the press for She-Hulk, the reviews for She-Hulk, all of these things are building this narrative of this incredibly enjoyable, really fun Marvel show, and I'm just not sure that that's what was delivered this first episode. Like, to me, this episode is wildly uneven. And I'm going to do the film school thing. I'm going to talk about, like, the fundamental things that just don't work for me in the show. But yeah, we will talk also about just, like, what are they trying to do with this show, et cetera, et cetera. There's, like, what I would say, there's, like, some flashes of brilliance, which most of the MCU shows have that flash of brilliance, right? And let's just be honest here, man. Like, the Marvel shows are just not it. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, is there anybody out there? Let me ask you this. Maybe this is the best way to say it. Is there anybody in chat that thinks that Marvel is, for the most part, nailing their MCU shows? What do you think? Like, put a 1 into the chat if you feel like Marvel is nailing the Disney Plus shows for the most part. Yeah, absolutely not, right? Most of us, including those that are generous or that are still having a good time, because I am not one of these guys that's out here being like, yo, they suck, stop doing it, you're watering down my Marvel, oh shit, Cap and Tony, bring them back. Like, I'm not like that guy. I'm not an MCU guy. I'm not walking around saying MCU. Most of the people that do that, they could have used a couple more cuddles from their mom. So, like, I'm not one of those people. But let's just be real, dude. The MCU shows are not nailing it. They're not. And yet again, this is another example of what it seems to me is a show that's trying to figure out how the fuck to even be a show. And they're pulling together all these different pieces. And the reports of, I talked about this a little bit last night. Weird mixed things coming out about the show from behind the scenes. Like, there were reports from the Ankler and Jeff Snyder that were essentially saying, like, if there's going to be a Marvel show that just completely falls flat or doesn't find itself, it's going to be She-Hulk. And from what we understand, and I think this has been echoed with some other people that have been talking about the show was reworked and reworked and reworked and reworked and reworked and reworked, okay? By the way, that is the Marvel formula, okay? So Marvel as a film studio is famous for kind of recreating the film in post with reshoots and pulling it together. They rigorously screen movies at Marvel Studios, which is why they have all the leaks. They internally screen. They bring small focus groups in. They do a lot of screening because Feige's like obsessed with kind of micromanaging the final cut of a film to make it an overall enjoyable experience, okay? And I kind of feel, and again, this is just one man's opinion. Okay, this is just one man's opinion, but it's my opinion. So, Love and Thunder struck me as a film that was a total and complete mess. And even though I didn't enjoy the theatrical cut of Love and Thunder, I am not in the camp of believing that there's a better cut out there. What I mean is, the version of the movie that we got in theaters is the best possible version of that movie, which likely speaks to what a fucking mess it was before that. You know? And look, sometimes that happens. I mean, dude, like, I feel like, particularly with Marvel, we kind of forget how hard it is to make movies and shows. Like, it's really difficult, dude. Hollywood has been pumping out hundreds of movies a year for, what, the past 100 years or some shit? How many of them are memorable? How many of them are excellent? You know what I mean? Like, it's really hard to make a movie. It's really hard to make a show. And I think sometimes we forget that. You know what I mean? Because I'm not sitting here like saying like, oh, burn it all down. Like, let's, stop this. Like, oh my God, it's, they've completely fallen off. But I think it's absolutely fair to say that as Marvel has expanded and as they have, sort of, I guess, like, what's the way to say it? Like, they're trying different things, right? They're experimenting, maybe is the best way to say it. They're trying this, they're trying that, this, that. As you do that, you lose a little bit of that quality control. That's pretty fair, right? Like, if you look at, like, I like Magic the Gathering, right? Or I like HeroClix. The bigger a game gets, the more quality control you have. You're talking about, doubling, tripling the print size, so much more shipping, all these different things. It's very hard to quality control a product as you're expanding. Okay, and I think we are seeing that with Marvel Studios in Phase 4 a lot. And so I'm of the mind that even though I didn't love the first episode of She-Hulk, that this is probably the best version of episode 1 of She-Hulk that is possible, considering everything that was done on set and maybe just how it just doesn't work, right? So that's kind of my baseline thoughts on it. There's a lot of stuff that I love in the episode, and we will get into that. But frankly, for me, it was like, okay, like, I can see the cracks. You know what I mean? Like, I can just see the cracks all over. And I think the trouble with that, again, sort of alluding to what I talked about earlier, when you only give the fan base this episode for an entire week, the discussion is going to be what it will be. You know what I mean? Like, the discussion around it, the discourse on the show will be what it will be. And I know, like, for instance, there was, I think it was Arthur last night was like, are we going to judge the whole show based off of one episode? I'm not going to do that. But also, first impressions are huge, dude. First impressions are huge, right? So word of mouth is huge. First impressions are huge. How many people do you think are going to go out and give a glowing recommendation about She-Hulk? I couldn't do that. Like, I couldn't in good conscience, especially, like, I've got friends that have, like, multiple kids, multiple jobs. They don't have a ton of time. The time they get to chill out and watch entertaining shit each week is not a lot. I can't in good conscience go to my friend like that and say, hey, with that limited amount of time you have to go enjoy yourself, check out She-Hulk. It was awesome. You know what I mean? Like, no, I can't do that, bro. So that's kind of like my base level thoughts about it, but we can now kind of get into the actual, like, breakdown of the show, because I will say this is, we kind of like just dragged the show a little bit, but now let me say something really, really nice. And this is just for me personally. I think that if this show didn't have such high promise of incredible things to come and didn't set up so much MCU stuff, it would be, like, way lower. As it stands for me, it's like a 7, which isn't terrible, dude. It's like 7. 7's fine. And that's probably the best way to explain it. How do I feel about the show? It was fine. But it was fine with the promise of much more fun stuff to come, right? So the amount of established Hulk lore that was in this show, I mean, have we ever gotten more Hulk lore? I don't think so. Like, Bruce explaining different things, like, first of all, the funky hand healing arm thing, right? Bro, we've been wondering that shit, like, how many videos, how many speculative videos, how many different things were made in content, like, well, what's the deal with Hulk? What does this mean? What's going on with it? And, like, we get the explanation, right? So I thought that was fantastic. There's also, like, this element of, by that bar and that facility even existing, there is this whole thing implied of Tony and Bruce, during the blip, or even a little bit before the blip, reconciling, right? Reconciling and having some kind of a relationship. So cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. I like that. And that's lore. It's a callback. The Science Bros was one of the best, most fun things in the MCU. And so that's awesome. I also think that helmet that was in there, which is I believe it's the helmet of the very first drone that Ultron takes over as a body. I mean, that is a very interesting little souvenir because, of course, Bruce and Tony, like, what's so funny? Yo, can I make a wild analogy here? You know how on Nerd Theory, like, I'll say some outlandish shit, or like Theory and myself will go on this like total tirade, right? And he gets all the heat for it. You guys know we've talked about this before, right? But like, we do a Nerd Theory. Theory and I will go on a fucking like a wild ass tangent. And say all kinds of questionable shit. And you know me, like, I like to stir the pot. I'm a jokester. You know what I mean? And that'll happen. And all of the hate online is attributed to Theory and not me. And I kind of feel like that's what happened with Bruce and Iron Man. Like, nobody's really mad at Bruce for helping Tony create Ultron. Like, he just gets a pass somehow. It's like super weird, right? So I thought that was kind of an interesting memento that he keeps that there, that it's like, okay, wow, like, that was pretty fucking bad, you know what I mean? And pretty interesting. So I thought that kind of stuff was really good, like really, really powerful stuff. And it's again, it's like so MCU, it's so connected to the MCU. Even like her obsession with Rogers and all that sort of stuff. Really cool. Like, that's good stuff, dude. So even though it's a 7 out of 10 for me, it's like think about it like this. It's a 7 out of 10, but we already know that a lot of people think it gets much better. We already know there's a ton of fun Marvel stuff coming. Daredevil, Wong, Emil, just so much interesting stuff. There's already the sort of tease of Scar, son of Hulk, which at this point is like the worst kept rumor ever. But yeah, son of Hulk is likely to be introduced in the show. That's what that was with the spaceship. So there's like a ton of fun stuff, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed watching it. Let's talk about some other things that I enjoy, okay? And then we'll get back into shitting on it, okay? So just everybody chill out for just a little bit. Hold on to your buttholes, okay? I really do like the chemistry between Bruce and Jen. The scenes and the pacing of all of that were way too rushed and all over the place. But there are flashes of brilliance. There are incredible moments that, like, as somebody that has a lot of siblings and cousins and understands that rivalry and understands family, like, it's like, it's like Toretto said, it's about family. You know what I mean? Like, there's some really fun stuff in there. There are comedic parts of the show that really land. Like, for me, there's a couple that jump out, like where when Bruce was explaining the Natasha thing and the lullaby, right? Like, he was like, yo, I don't really have a good explanation for how that worked. Like, that shit was funny. Like, I was like, okay, that back and forth is really funny. I was like, that's cool. And of course, the post-credit scene, like, it's kind of frustrating that the post-credit scene is like the best edited, in some ways best written part of the entire episode. Like, it's literally like gold. It nails it. It had that like just really well edited, really well timed, and very funny. And I really do wish that that the whole show was more like that, right? So yeah, the chemistry between those two was really cool. You know what I mean? Really cool. I love that Bruce is so concerned with her abilities and with her powers, and he's so concerned about, you know, being a Hulk and all of that sort of stuff. Okay, so yeah, ton of fun stuff, ton of stuff that I like in the show. I expect it to get much better. I expect to ride with it and have a good time doing so. But this was a wildly uneven, very strangely edited, strangely paced episode. And, yeah, just really left me feeling like there were parts of the show that were little moments that were dragged out way too long for emphasis. And yet her actual origin completely rushed and just didn't feel organic. And I found the editing to be so bad that it's probably the worst part. It's like really jarring. The musical cues and because they use music to try to like kind of just move you along into the next phase of like a sequence of scenes, and it just absolutely doesn't work for me. Like it feels amateur. You know what I mean? Like super amateur, the way that the pacing and the editing and the scenes are put together. It's like, it's jarring, dude. Like, to me, I was like, oh man, like this is just really, really not good. And I gotta be honest with you, I think the reason that is because with this show in particular, I feel like they were between a rock and a hard place. Because the Marvel formula, as I said before, is let's look at this thing, let's screen it internally, let's find every single pain point that the audience will encounter, and let's fix it with reshoots. The problem with doing that in She-Hulk is that they can't afford, literally, to fix everything that was Jen and Hulk. They didn't have Hulk transform in the episode, you know what I mean? Who's the main writer? She was the Pickle Rick lady. I forget her name. Somebody help me out in chat. You know what I mean? Somebody help me out in chat. So she is out there saying, and by the way, I don't think she's coming. Honestly, just by some of the things she said come out in the press in the past couple of days, I don't think she's ever working for Marvel Studios again. I could be wrong, but I'm getting this sense from her and from her comments that we're like, there's some friction there. And she's sort of talking out of class a little bit. You know what I mean? Jessica Gao, yeah. So she claims that it was like either frustrating or just hard because Marvel kept cutting out stuff or asking to do more Jen scenes because they couldn't do a ton of CGI She-Hulk. And so my take on the first episode was, again, they made it probably the best that it could have been. But, like, you can't entirely rewrite sequences and then go have them be reanimated. And, you know, they're currently under a lot of heat because of the CGI and the stuff that they're doing with these other studios, et cetera, et cetera. So they simply can't do the perfect fixing. So because they couldn't fix it to flow perfectly, they had to try to fix it with editing, sound cuts, sound bridging. There's so many ADR shots that were like, what the fuck? Give me 1 second. I got to fix this mic. Yeah, there were like a lot of parts where like it's just so obvious that they like sound bridge some stuff to try to like clean it up and like have it flow. And there's a lot of like little moments that work. Like for instance, after they build the bar and they're just chilling, that's a nice endearing moment, but it just feels so jarring and inorganic because like 30 seconds ago they were rage fighting, you know what I mean, to the damn near death or whatever, right? And she's still like mad at him and shit. Like it's just, it doesn't feel organic, and I think that's likely just due to the editing, and again, probably the best that they could have done. Okay, so I'm not Josh shitting on sound editing and then has to fix his own set. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not a multi-million-dollar studio. You know what I mean? This is a $1 billion facility, but I'm not Disney. You know what I mean? So shut your goddamn mouth, Russell. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at mostly with the show. It's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. It doesn't break my heart. I don't think it like messes with the canon or anything like that. But yeah, and then I guess like just to briefly touch on it before we get into like some Q&A and talk about some other things that are going on is you know, they definitely lean into the feminist element. There are like the scene where the people at the bar catcall her. I was like, oh shit, like it's literally a redo of one of the most cringy scenes from Captain Marvel. Okay. And I know we're going to open up a whole big can of worms with this, but I feel like there's good ways to do this, heavy-handed ways to do this, ways to do this that are appealing to a much more broad audience. I actually feel like a movie like Prey is super interesting because, you know, you have this narrative building with people where they're like, it's woke because she's a woman, you know what I mean? And then the movie, in my opinion, handles strong female character in a really good way. Like, it's really organic. She fails a lot. You know what I mean? And like, it comes through that as a character, strives, overcomes, and grows, right? It feels good. It feels organic. This show's super heavy-handed with its shit. Now, your mileage may vary on how you feel about that. I'm not that butthurt about it, but I gotta say, it feels like they're making She-Hulk in a way where they're literally telling a portion of the potential audience to fuck right off. And I just gotta say, I don't think that's the best move. Again, not going to affect my personal enjoyment all that much. It's just going to get an eye roll for me here and there if it continues to be kind of heavy-handed and cringy. But not the worst. I'm really curious as to, you know, what you guys think about that issue or that element of the show in particular, because I'm kind of low-key agreeing with Grace a little bit. Like, her take on it was that the show, early on at least, feels like it's more interested in talking about feminism than it is talking about superheroes. And like, hey, that's fine, but that's just probably not something that's going to get me super excited or want me to keep coming back to it. Like, sorry, like that's just what it is. So yeah, I think that will be a part of the show that unfortunately will be focused on a lot. It's not even close to my biggest problem with the show. It's definitely not the thing that's holding the show back, but it will be the sort of a lightning rod for controversy. I just wish that like these shows, like you look at like Love and Thunder, right? Female Thor, you know, dude, make it fucking better. Like, you already know that this is going to come with a whole bunch of controversy. Come correct and make that shit slap. Like, make it slap, make it so good. Like, I think, maybe it was I think it was Frank Sinatra that had this expression where he's like, you got to be so good that they can't ignore you. And I kind of feel like that's what Prey is. Like, Prey is so good that you can't ignore it. You can't just throw it out with, you know, whatever propaganda you think is going on. It's so good, you can't ignore it. And I feel like if you're going to actually do justice to proper representation, make that shit slap, bring the heat. Don't make it so fucking formulaic and cringy. Like, oh my God, it's so irritating. Like, Love and Thunder was like, I don't even remember that fucking movie. You know what I mean? So I just wish it would, when you do these things, it kind of feels like they're half in, half out with these sort of elements. And it's like, dude, go all the way. Make that shit amazing and get your message across. Like, is that so hard? I don't know, man. Is that so hard? Maybe I'm crazy. Does it, maybe it's too hard. And also, I think I just messed something up here. So give me a second. Gotta pull up. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so we can get into Q&A. We can talk about what you guys want to talk about. Probably the shorter stream today. I want to do a video. I hope that I can get it done today. If it doesn't come out today, it'll drop tomorrow. But this is kind of another weird, interesting thing that is going on with Marvel Studios, right? This is kind of an interesting thing. We're talking about She-Hulk, but there was a story that broke yesterday, okay, all about how Kevin Feige is planning the next Marvel Studios saga It will focus on mutants in the MCU. There will be multiple movies and series that are all focused on the MCU. And I just briefly talked to Daniel Rickman about this. It's absolutely true. And that's fucking wild. So I'm going to talk about that and how like past Secret Wars and like mutants and how that could tie into eternity and like all these different crazy things. And I'm frankly just much more interested in discussing something like that or talking about that. You know what I mean? And I don't know that that's wrong. I think at this point, Marvel is kind of at this place where they're going to have a lot of different offerings and they have a lot of different fans, and there's some stuff that we're going to resonate towards and really like, and there's some stuff that we're not going to like so much. And again, this is just my subjective opinion about it. I'm absolutely positive that there are people that loved this episode of She-Hulk, and I'm sure there are people that will absolutely love this show and be rooting for her when she eventually shows up in Avengers, because she's absolutely going to be an Avenger. And I think that's dope. But yeah, man, like it's just kind of weird. I'm like so excited for the future. It's hard to sit here and be like, you know, here's what's going on in the She-Hulk show. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what it is for me. Is there any other crazy news? Is there anything else we got to talk about? What else is going on? Is there anything else I missed? Let me just kind of briefly scan over here. No, man, I think we're good. Let's get into Q&A. Oh, fuck. Don't send member chats. I fucked it up again. Okay, I do have RF Gamings, though. Bruce said Jen had genetic difference to handle Gamma even better than him. Are they making her a mutant, too? Rushed but decent start. I don't think they're making her a mutant. That is an interesting idea, though. All right, let me get these super chats pulled up. We'll go over the super chats. We'll hang in the chat for a little bit, and then I'm getting out of here. But much love to you guys, man. Much love to you guys. All right, let me get this pulled up here. Let's pull it up. Let's talk about it here, bro. Let's just get into it here, bro. Let's do it here, bro. Okay. We will now begin going over the chats. And then we'll get into the chat. And I want to talk about it. Yeah. And then we'll talk about Dragon Ball, dude. Like, oh my God, Dragon Ball right now. Woo! Crazy. Okay, so David is the first in with a $10 holla. Very generous. Says, post-credit scene was major disappointment due to Gal stating she was hyped about it, answering a long time question on everyone's mind throughout the whole MCU. Funny concept, but wow, what a letdown. Oh, that's an interesting take, man. I actually feel pretty much the opposite. I thought the post-credit scene was amazing, very funny, and it nailed the tone that I wish the entire episode had. So, hey, just goes to show, different strokes, different folks. You know what I'm saying? 34 Virgo says, are going to keep it 1K about the court scene. Are going to keep it 1K about the court scene. I'm not sure what that means. Somebody help me out. What does that mean? What does that mean, dude? The Real Connor with a 10 spot, super generous, says, this was the best first episode of any MCU show so far. What? Bring it on. This is going to be right up there with WandaVision and Miss Marvel. So that's so interesting to me. Like, you know, look, again, different strokes, different folks. I like Eternals. A lot of people shit on Eternals. I really like Shang-Chi. There's some people that don't like Shang-Chi. This stuff is subjective, man. You know what I mean? It's so like, it's all good, baby. Like, it's fine. That is really interesting to me, though, that you like it that much. I still think the show has the potential to be the best MCU show, but I think this first episode was pretty clunky. You know what I mean? Lord Vito says, I think the biggest reason I like this show is because I wasn't expecting it to be a Marvel show, but more of a How I Met Your Mother show. Oh, that's interesting. But also, you lying dog, we all know why you loving this show. She-Hulk is sexy as fuck. And yeah, it's true. She-Hulk is sexy as fuck. Super hot. Damn. Making me feel things. Describe what was clunky. Oh, I just did for like 40 minutes, Choppa. So maybe shut the fuck up. Or just rewind it and watch the rest of it. Abstinence Bin Senin with a $6 million says, what shirt you wear now? Stand and show more and move microphone. Okay, I'll move the microphone. I'll show you guys the shirt. It's fine. Here, hang on 1 second. You see it? See it? Do you see a shirt? Oh. Okay, cool. Bronze alive. You know, by the way, I feel like we will at some point in the near future do a Nerdventure stream actually in front of people, like live at a con or whatever, right? And I feel like we need to have a plant in the audience that's gonna say some stupid shit like a lot of you fuckers like to say while I'm streaming, and then like that I'll like get really like raged out, and then I'll like DDT them through a table or some shit. And honestly, if let's just say that it was a random person that like actually like came out and said something, and I accidentally like whoever that guy was that just said, like, let's say I accidentally DDT'd him through a table, and then I was like, oh shit, like damn, I thought you were the plant. Oh my bad. Hope your back's okay. It wouldn't be the worst. I literally want to throw you through a table, you know. So I just you know, it's fine, you know, it's fine, bro. You ain't DDTing anybody. I'm tempted, Nerd Mafia. I'm tempted to show you. That's tempting. That's real tempting. That's real tempting, brother. Nerd Mafia. No, we'll calm down. I'm a dad now. We can't be DDTing people in the chat. It's fine. You know, it's fine. Anyway, okay. Let's keep going. Let's see here. Braun says with a $3 holler, all Disney Plus MCU shows don't equal one of Netflix Daredevil. That's unfortunately true. Maybe Loki's close, but season 1 of Daredevil was also really just like a special, like, holy shit kind of thing. Wasn't it Steven DeKnight or whatever? Super team, a lot of energy behind it. It was incredible. So, but yes, I do agree. Austin Haglund says, hey, Josh, congrats on having your baby boy. Do you think Jen will end up fighting Bruce if World War Hulk actually happens? Love your content. Take my money. Wow, what an interesting thought. I don't know. I hadn't considered that. I was sort of joking last night because, like, Bruce was, like, obviously getting irritated with Jen. And I was like, wouldn't that be so funny if, like, the way we got Savage Hulk back was from his, like, sassy-ass cousin? That would have been kind of funny. Like, what if that's just World War Hulk? And he, like, freaked out and shit. That would have been amazing. But, yeah, I suppose so. And Jen would probably be one of the people that could stand up to Hulk. But here's the thing. World War Hulk is like Darth Vader, dude. He takes everybody out. The way they had to defeat him was, like, use some bullshit Tony Stark Deus Ex Machina satellite thing. And that had to do with, like, the intelligentsia and all this other stuff. So, yeah, we'll see. That's kind of a fun idea, though. 34 Virgo says, I'm going to try to reserve judgment until episode 3, but not a great start in my opinion. I'm for trying new things, but I will take any Star Wars ain't corny at least. Bro, what are you talking about, dude? I mean, look, I understand what you're saying about that show, but you're telling me Kenobi wasn't corny? You're telling me fucking Vespa Squad, Rule with Respect, Boba Fett wasn't corny? Like, I'm still shitting that corn out, dude. Are you kidding me? But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's kind of a weaker start. Big Stevie W with a $10 holla says, Liam wants to know, how are you going to say you didn't like an episode and then give it a 7? Oh, dude, I mean, because I expect greatness. Are you telling me that you wouldn't want an 8, a 9, or a 10? Like, come on, man. Yeah, the trench coat. Exactly, Jedi Mike, of course. They literally trench coat fucking Looney Tuned Leia out. You're telling me that shit ain't corny? God damn. Maybe there's like a corny quota over there. I don't know. Not liking it would be a lower score? No, but I think it's fine. Like, there's a lot of stuff I like in it. I feel like nobody paid attention. Did nobody pay attention to... What am I even doing up here? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? What the fuck? Clean out your ears. I told you. I explained it. I was pretty thorough, actually. Thank you, Steve. Much love. Kendall says, hey, remember my Bruce wrist thing theory after Shang-Chi? Finally got one. Council of the King is next. Nerd Ventures for life. Dope, bro. Yeah, I do remember that. And yeah, Council of the Kings could be true as well. Great minds, man. Great minds. Mason says, my expectations were in line with exactly what we got, so I didn't hate it. Also, congrats on the mini human, my man. Hey, thank you so much, Mason. I really appreciate that. And yeah, that's why I'm like again, like if you look at the video that I did yesterday about it, like I was kind of prepared for it to be what it was. And it was what it was. I'm not really that butthurt about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine, dude. Also, can we just take a step back? We're talking about She-Hulk. Can we acknowledge that we're talking about a She-Hulk show? Okay. Disney just took two of the most popular characters, three maybe, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Boba Fett, and basically fucked it up. You know what I mean? And those are characters that are way more important than She-Hulk. Like, are you kidding me? So the She-Hulk show's episode 1 wasn't incredible. Okay. Moving right the fuck along. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the same thing. We are not talking about the same thing. This is apples to oranges. Okay? So, yeah. Okay, MTS1993 says, well, let's just hope She-Hulk isn't hulking disappointment or a hulking mess at the end. All right, I'm done. I thought the dad jokes were coming from me, bro. I don't know about all this, bro. What the what? What the what? Oh my god. I saw Billy Lawrence chat. I'm guaranteeing a fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Callback. Calvin Jr. with a $10 house says, Josh, congrats on the new life, brother. Hope all is peachy. I have not been able to stop thinking about Purple Man and Doom since Monday. My man. Nerdventure stream of reading that comic in the near future. That's a good idea. I wish that I wish that Comixology would just go back to the way it was so that we could do that and it would be very effective. That would be dope. Yeah, maybe, man. Either way, maybe I'll do a video on it, huh? Sozin said, all I learned from this episode is that in Secret Wars, you gotta watch out for She-Hulk when she's around Variant Cap. She'll pounce on America's buns. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Do you feel like there's a double standard there? Do you feel like not wanting to be sexualized, but being obsessed about sexualizing Captain America is a little bit of cognitive dissonance? I don't know. Maybe not. You know, maybe I'm crazy. Let's just table that discussion for now, and I'll sip my coffee and let it linger like a stinky fart in the office. Aiden Schuler with the $2 house says, I appreciate you, Josh. Been helping me through a lot. I appreciate you, man, and I hope that you're getting through it. You know, mental health, these kind of struggles, you know, just being a human, tough stuff. Like, honestly, man, it can be overwhelming. If you've been in a similar situation in the past and you've come out ahead, you figured out a way to get on top, to sort of beat the fog, to sort of beat the depression or whatever, you need to hold on to that memory because it means you can get through it again. I'm sure you've been through stuff in the past. Whatever you're going through now, you can get through it. Billy the Kid Lawrence says, if people want a Disney Plus premiere that's not a letdown, the answer is simple. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. revival. No! Ah! Thank you, man. Appreciate the love. 34 Virgo says, are we keeping it real? 100K corny court scene. The court scene was horrible. It was horribly written. It was horribly edited. Like, what? Yeah, it was really bad. So... yeah, I don't know. I don't even think the corny part's the problem. It's just like so ridiculously edited. It's really, really wild. Mo from the Foe with $10 holla says, not enough turnaround time. Papa Josh, still haven't seen it. DB superhero tonight, though. Here's some money for my godson. Love you, brother. Hey, thanks so much, man. I'm trying to go see the movie tonight, too. We've got grandma and aunt here, so they can support mama. And so we've got an appointment for Liam in the afternoon, which is why, like, I'm going to tear through these. We're going to chat a little bit, then I got to get out of here and record my X-Men video. I have to, we've got a doctor's appointment with him. I got to probably pick up my car because it's in the shop. And then I'll probably sneak out and go check out Dragon Ball Super. And I'm so excited. I'll talk about Black Frieza and all that shit, too, in a little bit because, like, let's go, man. Justin says with a $2 holla, dude, you have to watch fan-made DBZ anime with us. Oh, I did. You talking about the Legacy John or whatever it was called? Loved it. Where like he loses an arm, like Goku loses an arm. We reacted to that a couple of weeks back. Skylar Hillman says She-Hulk with the giant melons. Yeah, it was crazy when those melons came off the tree and hit Bruce in the face. And I hope that's what you're talking about because we got a goddamn family show over here. So you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. Cole Adams says, member for 6 months, I keep a list when I watch anything Marvel of what I like/dislike about each project, and the Disney Plus shows have way more parts than I dislike than any MCU movie. Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. You know what I mean? I would tend to agree with that. But, you know, that's kind of a tough one. It's like, I think with how good most of the Marvel movies are, you know, like, that's just a very tough bar to hit. Yeah. Hi, Josh. I love you. Say it back. I love you too, Kathy. Unless you're secretly somebody else that's using the name Kathy, and then I don't love you. Yeah. All right, so what else is on your mind, guys? Let's hang in the chat. Let's do like 10 minutes, and then I got to get on out of here. Josh, why do you hate Marvel? And also recap on the entire stream, please. Oh, my God. Marvel is a dear, dear friend. And we've got history. And so I say this with a little bit of pain inside. No, I'm trying to do my Stephen A. Like, I love Marvel. Dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I love Marvel Studios. I love Marvel content, but I also got to be real. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you want me to say. I got to be me. When will we see Liam on camera? Prime/Nerdventure stream? Yeah, probably initially he'll make an appearance on one of those streams. Maybe on a Nerd Theory or something. Like, we're not trying to like put him out there too much. I mean, technically, like, what if like in the future he's like, Dad, I really wish you wouldn't have shown me on camera or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So we'll talk about it a little bit internally. I mean, we've already shared like a lot of photos and stuff on social media and all that. So. Galen Merrick Tex Vendor says, brother, can I get a happy 26th birthday for the wifey, Marissa, 420 Vengeance for life? Happy birthday to Marissa. Can we get some love, like some candles or birthday wishes in the chat for Marissa? Geologist B says, why can't a noise be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot. Oh, and nose is what you meant. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot. You screwed up the dad joke, bro. Or maybe I can't read. Either way, it's your fault. I do want to say that the stream today is brought to you by Paradox Customs PC. Let me tell you, ever since I got my Paradox Customs PC, we've had zero problems on the stream. Zero glitches, zero dropping, zero this, zero that. It's absolutely incredible. Yesterday, I played 3 video games at the same time using the incredible power of my brain and the Paradox Customs build. PC. If you take your nerd-venging seriously like I do, if you're doing deep research, quantum mechanic level diagnostics, power scaling, simulations, video gaming, you're going to want a Paradox Customs PC. Go check them out. Use code NERDVENGERS at checkout. Do it! Get a little bit of money off the top and let them know that we sent you. And many of you guys have already done that. So thank you very much. And thank you to Paradox Customs PC. What games? I was playing Apex Legends. I was playing Multiverses. And I was playing Fortnite. And I was playing one with one hand, one with the other hand. And you don't want to know how I was playing the third. But it was incredible. It was incredible. Yeah. So what else is on your mind, guys? I'm going to chill for like 5, maybe 10 more minutes. What do you guys think? What's on your mind? You guys think they will add Ghost Rider soon or nah? I hope so. I like Ghost Rider a lot. I think Ghost Rider's real cool. Real cool. Damn, you iced your foot? It was with his foot, exactly. Episode 5 of She-Hulk will be epic, I heard. Oh, shit. Okay. Have you seen The Walking Dead, Josh? I did. I thought it kind of fell off after season 2 or 3. But, yeah, I did like it back in the day. Also, Tatiana plays in with, or Titania with Doctor Doom. Yes, that is true. I wonder if that'll still be the case. Dark Dragon says, yo, Josh, congrats on becoming a father. I thought episode 1 was fine, but definitely could have been better. I hope everything is well. Nerd Vengeance for life. Thank you so much. Yes, everything is going well. So thank you. Do you see Red Skull making a return? I'm not sure about that. I hope that that's a little Ultron tease, if I'm being honest, like that little Ultron drone helmet thing. I hope that is a tease for something to come, because Ultron's dope, bro. So I would like to see more of him. Red Skull is also incredible, and maybe the Phantom version of him or something, or an alternate Earth version of him. You know, Secret Wars, you can throw anything in Secret Wars. So maybe. Renee says, thank you, man. 26 months Renee's been riding with me. 26 months. That's longer than many of you have even been in relationships. Okay? So, basically, Renee and I are running off together. Okay, little known fact. Josh has a third baby arm from his twin he ate in the womb. What the fuck, dog? Okay. Okay, yeah, sounds good to me. Let's do it. I thought that was an Iron Man helmet to honor Tony. Maybe. I think it's a. I think it looks like the drone that he first went into, or whatever. So that's a wild origin story. It is pretty wild. Hulk said at the end, "Steve is not a virgin. Like he is out there still alive." Ooh, I like that. That sounds like Malignant. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, it probably is. I should probably get it checked out. Josh, I had a dream. I was a muffler. When I woke up, I was exhausted. Okay, that's pretty good. Have not been in a relationship since 1422. Damn, okay, that's pretty wild. I can't see the new characters introduced during Phase 4 in a whole Avengers movie that I would enjoy. You know, Tommy, I've been having that thought myself. And I hope that we get there with them. There are certain ones that do work for me. Like, look, Wong's awesome, and Wong playing a big role is awesome. I think Shang-Chi is also incredible, right? Some of the Eternals are super cool. But, look, I like the Miss Marvel character, and I like the Miss Marvel show. I'm super kind of trepidatious about the Marvels, like musical elements, their powers, transport them around. I don't know, man. It's going to be really interesting to see how that all works. I will tell you that what I think will probably happen is you're going to have an Avengers movie in Kang's Dynasty that will have a new cast and crew. It will be different. I don't know how we will feel about it. They have a couple of years to endear us to some of these characters. You're still going to have, like, Bruce. You're still going to have Thor. You're still going to have some of the heavy hitters. But then that shit's going to end, and Secret Wars is going to be a whole new world with a lot of variants. OG Iron Man, I think, will be back. Cap will be back. Like, everybody's going to be back into Secret Wars. So, it's just my speculation, of course. But Let's see here. Galen Merrick Text Venture says, thank you and much love. Nerd Vengers for life. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And again, happy birthday to Marissa. Brian O'Connor, member for 26 months. Wait, do you have him beat? No, that's the same, huh? Right? 26. Oh, shit. You guys are biting from my love. Brian says, from one Liam's dad to another, congrats. There's no better feeling. Keep up the great work. Yeah, I just like looking at him, man. You know, I like holding him. I like looking at him. He's awesome. He's super cute, man. So, yeah, things are pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Matthew says, yo, Frieza's new form is badass. I can't wait for him to animate this in 40 years. Or hopefully sooner. You know what I mean? Hopefully much sooner. Yeah, dude, Frieza's back, and Frieza's strong. He's messing everybody up. Like, let's go, dude. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see the Dragon Ball Super movie. Can't wait to hopefully see some of this dope stuff that's happening in the Dragon Ball Super manga adapted in the coming anime. So, yeah, pretty cool. Christian Martinez with a 5 spot says, hey, Josh, long-time watcher, first time commenting. Can you upload your streams to Spotify? Please. Love you, man. I would very much like to do that. I'm hoping that this week's been crazy. But I hope that we can get a little bit more on track next week. And yeah, I have no problem with that. I think that these will absolutely play and work on Spotify. So I wish I could read comics right now. They are so expensive. Hey, hit up the Discord. We've got a way around that problem. Leon says, you don't say that. Say it. Oh, there you go. Y'all with the huge words today. Yeah, who's throwing around these huge words, dude? You guys trying to act like you're all smart and stuff, man. You know? Like, it's surprised you guys aren't just saying quantum all the time. Like, quantum this, quantum that. Yeah. How's the weather? Weather's good. It's actually been a little bit rainy, but nah, the lingo getting lost in translation. What? Will you watch House of the Dragon at Sunday? So it drops this Sunday? Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. We'll talk about it on stream Monday a little bit. We'll at least do a segment on it. I don't think I'm going to do a video or whatever, but we'll talk about it on Monday. So I need more dad jokes. Oh, we'll work on it, man. Did you box anyone up like a fish on Fortnite? No. I'm trying to get the Kamehameha, bro. I want that Kamehameha wave. You know? Did you see Embracer Group bought rights to Tolkien's literary works? I did, but I don't know what that is. So what does that mean? Like, is that a video game company, or do they have like full-on rights? Did they get what Amazon was trying to get? I'm so confused. How was the first diaper change? Still throw me off when my daughter was born. Oh, no, it's fine, bro. It's fine. Honestly, he's an angel, dude. He's a good baby. Are you going to show your son A New Hope / The Avengers? Oh, yeah, we're going to go through all that. We watched Spider-Man Homecoming last night. But, you know, he was not paying a lot of attention, I'm going to be honest. I was a little disappointed. Like, he was, like, sleepy. He wanted to eat, you know. He wanted to, like, play with his hands and stuff. And I'm like, bro, like, Spider-Man's on. Like, we're nerd venging right now. Like, come on, man. Get with the program. But, I mean, I guess he's only a couple days old. So I'll try not to be too hard on him, you know. Did you watch Amazing Friends yet? No, not yet. Not yet. The audacity of that newborn. I know, right? It's crazy. Yeah. Okay, dope, bro. I'll try that out, Kendall, for sure. Just keep playing with him. They will make his choices loves when he more about yeah. He's 2 days old. I know, bro. I'm just playing. How would your dream phase 1 of a rebooted DCEU be like? I would start it off with the world's finest. Something crazy's going on, and Batman and Superman are forced to work together for like one of the maybe the first times, and then we meet members of the Justice League along the way. But yeah, I'd start with the world's finest movie. Diamond Joe with a 10 spot says, Papa Josh, finally have a little extra money to toss to you and the fam. Big congrats again. You and Elisa will be great parents. Cheers. Thank you, Diamond Joe. I really appreciate it. The support from you guys has been incredible. So thank you guys very much. We're feeling the love over here, and we really appreciate it. So, yeah, Red Hood, we got you, baby. Flash actually canceled? No updates on that unless something just happened. Josh, you check out Spelljammer? Jason, I want to, man. I want to, but I'm busy. I'm very busy, bro. I'm very busy, but I want to. Yo, I heard, Jason, that 5.5 is coming out soon. And that's kind of fun. You know what I mean? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Yeah. 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 Okay, let's finish out the stream with a very important question. Oh, first let's look at this poll. Okay. So, look, only 8% of people hated it. 25% of people are meh. And then we're basically at 70% of people either liked it or loved it. A little bit more liked it than loved it. But that's overall pretty positive, okay? So that's pretty positive. That's pretty positive. And, yeah, I'm down. 7 out of 10, and I think it's going to get much better. Now, let's go to the polls. There it is. Question of the day. You let me know. You let me know. Question of the day. Pull it up. You think so? You think so? I can't tell. I can't tell. So here's the thing. It wasn't just one girl either. Damn. So was it one of those situations where it's like, thank you for your service, you know, that kind of thing? I don't know. Kind of interesting. The story is like tough to make sense of. You know, the story that Bruce said. You know? So, I don't know. But I also don't think he's the type of dude to just lie to impress Bruce. And he didn't wear a shield. Oh my God, bro. What? Oh my God. It's heresy. Yeah. Or it's hearsay. Yeah, we don't know, right? Do you think that when the MCU reboots, it will go at a much faster pace in the first place? Less origin stories? Probably, yeah. Probably, I would say so. I'm still behind theory that Peggy's kids were Steve after him coming back. What? That's bananas. It's fine. STDs weren't scary in the 1940s. Oh, shit. Is that true? I just popped in and say 420 Nerd Ventures for life. Congrats again, Josh and Elisa. Welcome, Liam. Nerd Ventures for life. Thank you, Patrick Ray. Much love, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that post-credit scene was funny, I thought. Yeah. So, those are my thoughts on She-Hulk. I might do a video about She-Hulk, but I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to do a breakdown video or like a full, like, my thoughts on it and everything. I feel like between the two streams, like, we kind of got that. And so, I think I'll probably work on the Mutant Saga X-Men kind of video. I've got some cool, fun thoughts about that. And then, so maybe that'll drop today. We should stream tomorrow. We'll at least do a little stream in the morning. And, yeah, we'll be back at it next week. I'm going to push the Diamond Lounge stream to next week. Next Friday, we'll Diamond Lounge it up. And, yeah, other than that, man, we're good. We're keeping it moving. Again, like 7 out of 10. It's not the end of the world. I got to be real. There was a lot of stuff that didn't work for me in the first episode. But I also have this understanding that I think it will really get much better. And the show will come alive. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. So much love. What about the spaceship from Sakaar? What do you think the message is for Bruce? The message is you have a son. The message is you're a deadbeat Hulk daddy. And we've had enough. So, that's what that is, and it'll be really interesting to see that play out. Okay, everybody, I'm going to get on out of here. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Leave. Yeah. Man, I tell you, he's just so damn cute. Oh my goodness, man. Adorable little baby. He's so cute. He's such a cute little baby. Little hands, little feet. What a little cutie, man. It's been really cool this week, and I appreciate the support and all of you guys. It's so awesome, man. Appreciate you guys. It's a very cool time for us right now, and happy to share it with you. The energy's been great, and yeah, it's good stuff. You know, it's really, really good stuff. So again, thank you guys, and thanks for being patient with me this week. A little bit of lack of videos, missing a couple streams and all that. You know, just taking some time with him. So I really appreciate it. You guys are incredible. So thank you. And much love. Take care of yourselves. Open up your third eye. Watch out for your brown eye. And I'll see you later.